Hey everyone, it's Jenna and I just wanted to come on here today and make a video about everything that I packed in my hospital bag. I know I watched a ton of these videos when I was prepping for my daughter's birth, and so hopefully this helps you out a little bit and gives you an idea of what you might want to pack. So I'm just going to get into it and start off with what my hospital bag was, which I just brought this big duffel bag. I think I got this from Target like 5 or 6 years ago, but it's just a regular little duffel bag. It's really not that big. I was not planning on bringing a ton of stuff with me, so I just threw everything in here and it worked out really great for me. So something like this, or even like a backpack, you really don't need anything huge, depending on what you want to bring with you. So I kind of categorized this into what I packed for myself and then what I packed for my daughter. I packed a lot more things for myself, so that's what I'm going to start with. And I'm going to start with what my favorite thing was that I packed, and that was these slippers, because they were so cozy and so convenient just to have at the end of my bed. I would just slip them on whenever I got up to like go to the bathroom or do anything. I didn't want to just be walking on the hospital floors. Even though you typically are wearing socks, it still kind of grossed me out. So these were super cozy and comfy, and then I also just wore these home. And I just enjoyed them a lot. I like had them on in my picture that we took too right before we left the hospital, and I just think they're super cute. So any kind of like slippers or something cozy that you can just slip on your feet will be very helpful, especially if you don't want to walk on the hospital floors. Next thing I have that I think is very important is a water bottle or anything to drink your water out of. In the hospital, they're going to give you these cups that are like this big for your water, and I had a C-section and I was like dying of thirst when I got out of it, so I just brought this with me, filled it up constantly, and I was drinking this all the time, the whole time I was in the hospital. So definitely bring a water bottle with you. I promise you're going to be super thirsty, and you're not going to want to drink out of the little like plastic cups they give you, and this is just a lot more convenient. So water bottle is definitely a must. Next thing I have is just some comfy PJs to wear when you're in the hospital. If you don't want to stay in the little gown that they put you in, I definitely recommend bringing some type of PJ, something cozy, just a cozy outfit to throw on, because the hospital gowns are not comfortable at all. So I got out of that as soon as I could, and I just brought this little PJ dress with me. It's from Amazon. I got one specifically that had buttons on it so that it would be very easy to nurse in. And so I loved this, and I pretty much wore this the whole time I stayed in the hospital those couple days. And it was just amazing and comfy, and the fabric is like super stretchy and just awesome. So it fits over your little postpartum bump really nicely. I had a C-section, so if you don't want anything touching your incision, this is really great. Some kind of dress or like big t-shirt or something like that is awesome. So definitely get some cozy PJs. You're going to want those when you're in there. And then going along with that, you're going to want some type of outfit to go home in. I still wanted my going home outfit to be really cozy and comfortable and cute, because I wanted to get a cute little picture like I said before we left. So I got this little matching set. It's just these little shorts and then a little button-up shirt that looks very similar to the dress I just showed you. So this was just really cute and comfortable and easy to throw on. I got a cute picture in it. Again, the buttons just make it really easy to nurse in, so that's why I recommend something with buttons, especially when you're kind of getting the hang of nursing and learning the ropes. It's just nice to be able to have it very accessible. So going home outfit, definitely recommend something that's cozy and cute. Next is a nursing bra, and this I would say is also fairly important if you are choosing to nurse. I did not want to just like have my boobs out all the time. I mean, I definitely did in the beginning, but then when I was kind of getting the hang of things, just threw on my nursing bra under my PJs. And this one I particularly liked because it was not super tight on me, and the little wraps are just kind of nice because you can pull it down like that, and then it's really easy. So some kind of nursing bra, whatever kind you like, I do recommend bringing with you. And then The next thing is some kind of underwear. This is optional too, because obviously the hospital does provide you with underwear. I just didn't love the hospital underwear because they were itchy to me. So I brought these just in case I didn't end up liking the hospital underwear, which I did not. So I know these are like giant and kind of ridiculous looking, but honestly, that's what you're going to want. You want something that's going to fit around your bump. You still obviously have a bump for a few days or a few weeks. So just something like loose. This was like an extra large, like a bunch of sizes up from what I usually wear. And it was nice and comfy and just kept everything in place and where it needed to be. And I really did like these. And these are Fruit of the Loom. I think I got them from like Walmart, obviously super cheap. So just some kind of underwear, or if you know you like the hospital underwear, you can totally go with those. I just had these as a backup, which ended up being a very good thing for me. So that's optional, but I do recommend. The next couple of things I have are more nursing related. So first thing is my Haakaa Pump, and I loved this. I had heard so many moms talk about this when I was pregnant. So I brought this with to the hospital with me. And I did use it in those first couple of days, actually. It wasn't using it every time I nursed, obviously, because I was kind of getting the hang of it and didn't know what I was doing. But I did end up using this while I was still in the hospital just to catch my letdowns that I was having. And it ended up being really nice, and I was able to keep the colostrum and give it to her later. So I do recommend a Haakaa, some kind of like breast pump if you want to. The hospital does provide a breast pump for you as well, so you don't have to bring your own because you're always going to have the option of using the hospitals. But the Haakaa is just nice because it'll catch your letdown, and that's pretty much the only thing I used it for. So I did really like this if you are interested in using that. The next two things kind of go together, but it's just nursing pads and then nipple butter. Nipple butter for sure is a must, especially in those first few days. They hurt pretty bad. So I just put this on after I would nurse every single time, and it really did save me. And it's all organic. I got this from Amazon, so like it's okay if the baby gets a little bit of it in their mouth. So I do recommend some kind of nipple butter, just especially in the first couple days. That's really going to save you. And the nursing pad, I just kept these in my bra when I was in the hospital. And it was really great. I was leaking not a lot, but a little bit. So it was just nice to have these so I wasn't like in a wet bra all the time. So these two things for sure are very important. I definitely recommend. The next little thing I have is just a moisturizer. Obviously, whatever moisturizer you use, take it with you for sure. I don't know if this was just me or if everyone experiences this, but my face and my skin was so dry those first few days in the hospital. So I would just slather this on all the time, and it saved me. I would have seriously died if I did not have moisturizer with me. So for sure, bring a moisturizer, whatever skincare you want to bring. I did not pack a lot of stuff with me just because I didn't want to have to deal with it. So I mainly just brought my moisturizer. I think I brought some makeup wipes with me, and that was it. I really was not doing a lot in that category just because it was so much going on and everything was so crazy. So for sure, just a moisturizer will be the staple regarding skincare. And then the last little thing I have is just a hairbrush and then a hairband. I brought a hairband and tied my hair up pretty much the whole time I was in the hospital, except for just when I left. So obviously, this is kind of like a basic thing, but bring a hairbrush because your hair is going to get super tangly laying in that hospital bed for all that time, and this is going to be very nice. So those were all the things that I brought for myself, and it really was not enough. And honestly, I was really glad that I did that because in the moment when you're there and there's so much going on, you really don't want to have a lot of stuff with you because realistically, you're not going to use it. You're just going to use the basics and the bare minimum of what you need. So I do recommend don't go crazy, don't overpack, just bring what you think you're going to need. And that ended up being super helpful for me. And then for my baby, I really didn't bring that much stuff for her either. What I brought was a couple blankets just because I wanted her to be cozy. I know the hospital blankets can be kind of like rough. So a couple blankets for her just to be cozy and warm. And then I brought her sound machine. I love this thing. And then I brought my Boppy. And that was it. And I used all of these things, but other than that, she really didn't need anything because the hospital pretty much provides everything for them. So you don't need to bring diapers, things like that. The hospital has all of that. And then I also just brought her a little outfit to wear for going home. I didn't dress her when I was in the hospital, just kept her in the diaper, wrapped up in a swaddle, and that was it. But I did bring one outfit for her to go home in, and it was just a little cute newborn onesie. And that was it, and she really didn't need anything else. So I do recommend kind of really thinking about what you're actually going to use, what you're not going to use. Think about everything that the hospital provides. I know hospitals are different, so you can always check in with your hospital too and see what they're going to provide for you. And yeah, I ended up loving everything that I brought. I used everything that I brought, and then I wasn't super overwhelmed with all this extra stuff that I didn't need. So I hope that this video helped you out, kind of gave you a little idea of what you might want to pack. And thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.